What's up, what's up, what's up? This is Chris Greenwood, also known as Manifest, brought to you by smartmusicbusiness.com and fanbaseuniversity.com. I want to give it a shout out to all my independent artists, all my signed artists. In this video, I want to talk about how I got signed and why I chose to get independent, why I turned down probably a $60,000 to $100,000 advance recently, and just putting out my records by myself. And I'm really curious to know what you guys think and like why you want to get signed. Why would you want a record deal? I'm going to share why I wanted one back in the day and why the only reason why I would want one now, even though I don't want one right now. I want to stay independent. And again, I always want to thank my fans, because I don't even know if there's one on here that supported my Kickstarter recently. I raised over $45,000 on Kickstarter. If you go to manifestkickstarter.com or just look it up at kickstarter.com, you can see it. But so thankful for that. But check this out. First of all, I failed music in school, right? Like, my teacher failed me. I played the trumpet and I was terrible. And I loved music, but I hated playing it. I didn't understand it. The teacher didn't make it very enjoyable, so I was just like, just didn't connect to it. But I loved Michael Jackson. I loved the Beach Boys. I got into Eminem, Wu-Tang Clan, Rage Against the Machine, all kinds of stuff. I just loved music. The Beatles, Elton John, anything. I just loved music, right? But I could never see myself performing it. I could never see myself being a songwriter. And so I ended up getting involved in skateboarding, and I wanted to be a pro skater. Long story short, I hurt myself skateboarding, had nothing to do, got dumped by a girlfriend, and so I was kind of lonely, depressed, discouraged, and so what did I do? I picked up a pen, and I started to write songs. And I was really terrible at first, but somehow I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and I just kept on pursuing this craft. And one thing I've realized is it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. I was the worst rapper, worst singer out of all my friends, but yet I kept pursuing it, you know what I mean? I just kept on putting in the hard work, and here I am, over 10 years, still doing it and loving it, and toured 22 different countries, and now I'm even helping artists just like you to make a full-time career. But I wanted to get signed because I wanted to get my CDs in the store. I wanted to get this thing called distribution, and some artist emailed me the other day saying, I need distribution, man, I need distribution. Well, distribution over 10 years ago is different than distribution today. I wanted distribution back then because, the record labels controlled everything. You wanted to get your CDs in the store. But guess what? You don't want your CDs in the store anymore. You don't need that anymore. With the click of a button, all of us, me and you, we can have our music distributed worldwide. We don't need a record label anymore, man. The walls have come down. Us as independent artists, Indie Nation, we'll be talking about that later on. There's thousands of us, millions of us, all across the world, not household names, that are making a great income as independent artists. But I wanted to get signed back then. It was the labels that controlled everything. And the internet, man, has disrupted everything. YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, it's just disrupted the whole system. And it's awesome because we don't need them anymore to get our music out to so many people, to get to our fans. The only thing we need to learn now is how to market it and how to get our message out there and, get the machine behind us and radio and stuff like that. But we got the internet, man. We got YouTube, We don't need to, get a label to get us on TV. Your TV is right here. It's YouTube, man. It's the internet. You can start your own TV show. You can start your own YouTube channel, your own Facebook Live channel, your own website. You know what I mean? We don't need anyone to approve us anymore. It's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? We can just do this. And how many people think that's awesome? The question is are you going to do it? Don't wait for a label to approve you. Don't wait for them to want to say, oh, you can do this. No, you can do this. You just got to choose to do it. I know a lot of my students are doing freestyles of the week. They're doing covers a week. They're performing covers. They're just going for it. They're not waiting for everyone to say, yeah, you should. But it's proven that for one person that says we can't do something, it takes 16 other people to come alongside us and say we can do it. So I want to encourage you to not surround yourself with any haters, surround yourself with positive people, because you know what? You can do this. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Don't let your past be a crutch. Let it be, a stepping stone that you can step on and go towards your future. I failed music. I don't care. This is part of my story now, you know what I mean? I've gone through it. But why did I get signed? I got signed. They helped me out a little bit. They did a little bit of marketing for me. That's probably the only reason why you would want to get a record label right now is if you don't got any money at all to put and invest in your career. You can have the label give you money, and they'll front the radio cost. They'll front the cost of making the record. They'll front the cost of the photo shoot sometimes, you know. And some labels don't even cover all this stuff, man. Sometimes they don't cover it all. They like sometimes the deal is you still like my deal, my original record deal, man. It was just a licensing deal where I paid for the record and the photo shoot and everything, and they just put it out. And the only saving grace for that, what was good about that, is I eventually got my records back. Most label deals, if you sign a full deal where they're paying for everything, I'm talking about your clothes, studio time, radio, marketing, you know, publicist, all, if they're paying for everything, you better believe that they own the masters and they own you. And the only way you can really make money is if you sell at least 50,000 copies or more, plus you just got to tour your brains out. Tour your brains out. I'll be straight up. The only reason I'm still probably able to do music full time where I am right now is because once, you know, the music was good. You know, you gotta make good music. But second, it's because I eventually got my records back. The only way I'd probably be able to make money is by touring. And guess what? I have a daughter now, I have a family now, and so I don't want to tour 150, 200 days of the year. I'll do maybe 50 to 75. But 50 to 75 dates out of the year, sure, I could live off of it, but not the full lifestyle I want. So if it wasn't for getting my music back so that I could have that income coming in, and I talk a lot about this in the course, how I make over $4,000 a month selling music online. I really go into all the different income streams because that's the thing, man. Like, I met so many artists on the road that were bigger than me, that went broke, that quit because they didn't have the income streams, because they signed a full deal. Sure, they got that label putting the money into them and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, the only way they could make money is by touring. So my question is to you, why do you want a record deal? Do you not want a record deal? Why did I turn down a record deal recently by a big label that, sure, could have been great? Because I don't want to give up all my rights, man. Being independent is awesome, but the only thing is you just got to put in the work. But once you've got a fan base, and that's what I teach in Fanbase University, fanbaseuniversity.com, you know, you don't need the label anymore. We don't need them. The walls have come down. You have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have TuneCore, CD Baby, and it can just freaking rock it. You can just freaking rock it. Instagram. All these tools are free, but will you use them? Will you learn how to use them? You know, I talk about stuff in my courses, YouTube Marketing Mastery. How do you leverage these free tools? Like someone said on this in this little live chat the other day, like YouTube destroyed the music industry. I was like, no, it hasn't. It's free. You're just not using it. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff, like in that course, how I make over $4,000 a month selling music online, there was 1.0 and 2.0, and so I revised it. And there's something I literally just learned, like maybe 7 months ago, 8 months ago. It's been making me hundreds of dollars every month, and it's been there for years. I just didn't know about it, you know? And so, you know, I always update things and stuff, and I always teach you guys stuff, but it's just like, it's crazy because people perish for a lack of knowledge. That's why people perish. That's why people go broke, for a lack of knowledge. I wish I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, when I was 18 and not when I was 24, 25. You know what I mean? I wish I knew certain things about money and how to invest in it and what to do and what not to do, but I didn't know. And so that's why it's important, like, you know, to educate yourself and to learn and be careful on what advice you do take and know what advice to take, you know? I always say, you know, if there's somewhere you want to be in your career, find out someone who's already been there and then model them, get around them, you know, learn from them. You know what I mean? Don't listen to your broke artist friend or you know, the broke you know, manager friend or someone who's not there. You know, you want to listen to someone who is there, is really doing it, and take the advice and go for it. But I just want to encourage you, man, it's a journey. It's been a real journey, and I want to tell you guys about this because it's going live. We're doing a really big promotion for it. I don't know where it is. I'm in my kitchen making tea right now. My wife would kill me if she knew I was walking around the house in this, but I've just been loving doing these lives with you guys. It's been fun. But some of you guys know I wrote a book called Fighter. 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams. And this book is still free right now in the US. If you go to fighterbook.net, all you have to do is cover the shipping. And it really just journeys everything that I went through, overcoming fear. And just, you know, the music industry, getting signed, failing, falling on my face, rejection, blowing up in Japan, like the whole thing. And, you know, booking shows. The very first time I blew up on radio, when I was this close to quitting, and then I didn't. And so I just want to say to you guys this. I'm gonna end this right now because my fam's getting back in here. It's going to get noisy. You know, Akon said to me at the ASCAP Expo, he said, you know, a lot of artists are just about to have that breakthrough, and their name is just about to be called, and then they quit. So don't quit. You've waited in line. You've put in all this work. You've written all these songs. You know, maybe you've released a song. Maybe you've shot even a music video for. Maybe you've toured. You've come this far. Don't quit now. Some people call it the messy middle. Some people call it a lot of different names. But you've come this far. You just got to push through a little bit more. Release another song. Write another song. Try another angle. Get around some people. Take a course. Read my book, Fighter. It'll inspire you and it'll encourage you. The reason I was telling you guys about that is because we're running out of the hard copy versions, and it's a really special edition, and we're going to have soft covers, but I really wanted you guys to know about that before they are all gone. Just go to fighterbook.net. Again, I'm going to try and do more of these for you guys and answer your questions, but you can always sign up to my list, smartmusicbusiness.com, or join the coaching, man. Twice a month. On the 12th and 24th, we do a very private, intimate call with other artists that are investing money in their career, and you get access to some really, really exclusive training. That's at fanbaseuniversity.com, and that's the only way right now where you can get one-on-one coaching with me. So anyways, I believe in you guys. Have an awesome Thursday night, and remember this, fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Indie Nation, we don't need a record label. You don't need to be a household name. You just got to start, and I say go for it. Peace.
Done?